If you look at Apple's stock chart, you see a $4 trillion juggernaut. But if you look inside the boardroom at Apple Park, you see something very different: empty chairs. We are witnessing the single biggest leadership shakeup in Cupertino since the death of Steve Jobs in 2011. This isn't just normal turnover. This is an exodus. In the last few months, the people responsible for your iPhone's design, the AI inside Siri, the legal defense of the App Store, and the very operations of the company have all headed for the exit door. Is this a crisis? Or is Tim Cook ruthlessly cleaning house for one final pivot before he retires? Today, we are connecting the dots on the Apple executive exodus and why your iPhone is about to change forever. Let's look at the damage report, because the list of departures is honestly staggering. First, the heavy hitters in operations and policy. Lisa Jackson, the VP of Environment, and Kate Adams, the General Counsel, basically Apple's top lawyer, are both retiring in 2026. But here is where it gets spicy. Alan Dye, the man in charge of Apple's user interface, the guy determining how your iPhone actually looks and feels, isn't just retiring. He was poached by Mark Zuckerberg. Dye is heading to Meta to lead design for Reality Labs. And he's not alone. He took a senior design director, Billy Sorrentino, with him. Then you have Jeff Williams. For years, Wall Street looked at Williams as the Tim Cook 2.0, the COO expected to take over as CEO. But in July, Williams stepped back. He is out of the running. So we have the heir apparent gone, the top lawyer gone, and the design lead defecting to a rival. But the biggest red flag? That's happening in the AI division. If you've used Siri lately, you know the problem. Apple is behind in the AI arms race, and the leadership changes reflect that panic. John Giannandrea, Apple's AI chief, is retiring. Under his watch, Apple struggled to ship a competitor to ChatGPT. Reports from Bloomberg indicate that Apple's internal AI models just weren't cutting it, forcing them to pay Google a projected $1 billion a year to plug Gemini into the iPhone. Tim Cook isn't accepting second place anymore. This is a strategic reset. To replace Giannandrea, Apple isn't looking inward. They've hired Amar Subramanya, a former VP of AI at Microsoft and a longtime Google veteran. This confirms what analysts like Gene Munster have been saying. Cook wants to stop following in AI and start leading. He is swapping out the old guard who built Siri for mercenaries who built the systems at Google and Microsoft. It's a ruthless move, but with the Apple Intelligence roadmap delayed until 2026, it's a necessary one. But there's a bigger date looming over all of this: 2026. Multiple sources, including the Financial Times, report that Tim Cook is preparing to retire in 2026. He turns 65 this November. This entire shakeup, it's him clearing the deck for the next CEO. With Jeff Williams out of the picture, all eyes are on John Ternus. He's the head of hardware engineering. Unlike the operations-focused leaders of the past, Ternus is a product guy. He oversees the iPad, Mac, and iPhone hardware. If he gets the big chair, it signals that Apple is going back to its roots, prioritizing the product over the supply chain. Apple is also bringing in Jennifer Newsted from Meta to take over as general counsel. Notice a trend. They are poaching for Meta just as much as Meta is poaching from them. It's a Silicon Valley talent war. Now, before you go sell your Apple stock, let's look at the fundamentals. Because despite this chaos in the C-suite, the company is printing money. Apple is the only tech giant besides Nvidia and Microsoft to cross the $4 trillion market cap. iPhone 17 expectations are massive, with analysts predicting a supercycle. Service revenue is an all-time high. As Zeus Caravala from ZK Research points out, Apple's ecosystem is so sticky that even if their AI is a year late, nobody is switching to Android. You are locked in. This gives Apple the luxury of time. Time to fire executives, hire new ones, and reset the strategy without losing customers. So here's the bottom line. Apple is undergoing a heart transplant while running a marathon. The executive team that built the post-Steve Jobs era is gone. The class of 2026 will be a completely new guard, focused on catching up in AI and navigating a post-Tim Cook world. The question is, do you trust the new blood to keep the innovation machine running? Or was the magic in the people who just left the building? Let me know in the comments. Are you bullish on the new Apple, or is the golden age over? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more tech deep dives. I'll see you in the next one.